everybody, it's Eric with Eric's Garage AZ coming at you today, and I have got a really cool episode of What's in Your Garage. Right now I'm with Don Petty, and we have a 1969 Plymouth Roadrunner convertible. There's only one of 10 originally made.
One of 10 built, 3 known to exist.
And 3 known to exist. So this is one of 3, very, very rare car, and again, it's a great episode of What's in Your Garage. So Don, tell us about your car.
Okay, well, I acquired the car in 1993. A friend of mine had actually found the car during our first major fuel crunch in 1973 in Ohio, and it was sitting on the back row of a mom and pop car lot. So he was visiting back there, he sees it, he stops to look at it, and the dude running the car lot comes out and says, "Hey, are you interested in buying the car?" He says, "No, not really. I'm from Arizona and I just happened to see it and I stopped to look." So the dude says, "Look, I can't give the damn thing away with that big old engine and those 2 4-barrel carburetors on it." He says, $500, it's your car. So he bought it, drug it to Phoenix with a 62 Plymouth station wagon he was driving. He parked it in a storage yard he had and he let it sit outside, and the paint and interior and top went bad. 20 years later, 1993, he called me again, and I'd been to his place many times. He was a collector. He called me again. I was at a summer home up in the mountains of Arizona, and he says, "Got bad news." I said, "Well, what's the problem, Danny?" He says, "I've got stage 3 lung cancer. They gave me 90 days to live." And he said, "I've got to sell all of my cars." "So how many do you have, Danny?" He said, "Well, I went out and numbered them all. There's 113. So I bought 113 cars to get this car.
Wow.
Primarily there were some Chrysler 300 letter cars, a 54 Dodge Indy pace car, and a lot of very, very rare type Mopar cars. And I kept a few of them, and a couple of years it took me to sell the rest of them off. I sold about 50 of them at one time to a large salvage yard here in Arizona.
Oh, very nice.
The rest of them I sold here and there, but I finally peddled them all.
And you kept this one though, right?
Correct.
Okay.
And then about 5 or 6 years ago, I finally had the time, so I pulled it out of my garage and took it completely apart, right down to just the bare body, and did a complete restoration on it. The engine, the drivetrain is all original. The car at this moment has 19,700 miles on it from new. When I restored it, it had about 12. And I really didn't have to do any major restoration as far as the drivetrain was concerned. I just freshened the engine up a little bit, and gaskets and seals and that sort of thing, and painted it, put it right back in the car along with the transmission. It's completely original under the hood, including the spark plug wires, which came on it new.
Wow.
So
that's cool.
So at any rate, that's pretty much the history of the car and the way I obtained it. And,
now, what color is this car? 'Cause you said it's original pink color. What color is it? Do you remember?
There was a couple of colors in the catalog, and one of them showed specifically for a Roadrunner. Chrysler had a gold color, which is not quite as much gold in it. And I believe this was listed as Mystic Gold.
Okay, very cool.
So it's a little more gold in it than the regular Chrysler colors.
I'll tell you what, this is absolutely a gorgeous, gorgeous car.
Right.
And, you know, I know my viewers are going to love this car. I love watching this video of it because, you know, the channel's all about muscle cars. Wow, this car is amazing. So we're going to be able to roll with this here as we're driving. So pay attention here, man, because you don't get to drive in a car like this or ride in a car like this very often, and this is going to be a very, very rare treat. So stay tuned for more. Let her rip, Tater Chip. How often do you get out in this car and drive it?
Oh, I drive this car frequently.
Do you?
All of them.
Yeah, good for you. That's why you have them, right?
I usually take one out and drive it around for about a week.
Good for you.
Put it back, take another one out, clean it up, and drive it.
That's cool. Are you going to be attending that HEMI show, that all Mopar show here Saturday?
Hope to.
Good for you.
Got a 6300 convertible. We'll be going over with that.
Oh, wow. I'm supposed to do a video. There's a guy that I met at the Fountains show that has, I think it's a 70 or 71, could be a 72 Plymouth Barracuda, and it's a bright yellow one. And I don't remember what kind of yellow color they call it, crazy yellow or something like that. But it's, and I don't know if it's a 340, 440, or a Hemi. But he's supposed to be at that show coming up here on Saturday, so I'll be up there for a little bit.
That's a big show, one of the biggest of the year.
Yeah, and I'm looking forward to it.
Everybody loves this car. I've done a couple of things to it that it didn't come with. I had another Roadrunner in my yard that had factory air on it, so while I had this car completely apart, I put the factory air on it.
Okay.
The air compressor is hidden so you can't see it. The reason HEMI cars never had factory air offered, there was no place for the Chrysler compressor because of the carburetors and the air cleaners.
Right.
So they just never offered anything with factory air. But everything will bolt right on. You just have to make an option for the location of the compressor itself.
There you go. That's pretty cool.
And other than that, it's pretty much like it came. I put the high back buckets in it when I bought the new interior. And it's got 70 exhaust tips on it. But other than that, it's pretty much like it came originally.
Well, I tell you, I appreciate you, again, having the opportunity for us to video this car. Now, we have other cars in your collection, and this is the first one that I want to do because, you know, we're in Arizona, and who does not love a convertible, right?
There you go.
I mean,
Well, the top stays down all the time.
There you go. Right, I like that too.
Yep.
Right. All right, cool. All right, hit the accelerator a couple times.
Drive it like you stole it, bitches.
Hey guys, thanks for watching that last video. I hand selected a couple videos for you to watch right now. Click here.